We're going to learn how to use the live paintbrush tool, the live paint bucket tool. You should have already traced all of the lines in over your hot air balloon using the pen tool. So you've had some practice with curves, and already you should have zoomed in to make sure all of your lines are overlapping with another line. Actually, it looks like I missed one, so I'm going to, right here, these are not overlapping, so I'm going to hold Command. That's going to allow me to direct select that area and drag the anchor point so that it's overlapping the other line. Okay, so I think that's all good. Actually, maybe this one needs it too. Oh no, that doesn't need it. And I've done just a very simple basket down here. So I'm going to show you how to group all of these lines so they will behave as now one object. If you were to just click on here, as you can see, all that's selected is just that one line that I made. So we want to have this all as a group, so when we copy and paste it, or when we hold Option and drag it, it behaves as one single object. So to do that, I'm going to highlight all of the lines. One way you could do that is hold Shift and click on all the lines. And while I'm holding Shift, you can see that anything I click on will select, and anything I click on a second time will deselect, but this would take a very long time. So this is much easier, is to drag, I have my selection key on, drag and make sure all of those lines that I made are highlighted blue. My balloon image in the background is locked, so I don't have to worry about selecting that. But if it did select and I wanted to deselect that, I could hold Shift and click on the balloon and it would deselect it. And now I'm going to group these, make them into one object. So we're going to go Group. You can also do that by Command G. Now if I were to move this, oh, it looks like it did group it with the picture. So lucky me, we get to show, we're going to ungroup now. Ungroup. I'm going to hold Shift and click on the image, and now it should have deselected that. Command G, let's check it again. Great. So now I have just my lines. I'm going to get rid of this picture. I don't need it anymore, so I press Delete. And now if I click on one path, it'll select everything. So I'm going to make a couple copies of my balloon. I'm going to drag, and while dragging, hold Option. I'm going to resize that so I can fit a couple on this page. So remember, when you're resizing, if you do not hold Shift, you might get some funky resizing. So we're going to hold Shift so that it resizes in proportion to the original image. This will actually be sort of cool. So I'm holding Option, making a new one. I'm going to resize this one a little bit bigger. So because of the varying sizes of these, it actually appears that they might be like different areas of the paper, different distances away. Now with all of these grouped, I'm going to make one more. Oh, I'm holding Option. I'll just put it over here for now. Make it a little bigger. Because all of these are selected, if I make a change to any of these lines, it will change all of them. So right now we have a black stroke and no fill, which is what we want. And the stroke is 1 point. Now if I wanted these lines to be thinner, I could go down all the way down to 0.25 and look super delicate. Here, maybe this one, I want to make the lines red. This will make all of the lines red. There we go. So you can experiment with that a little bit. You can make as many copies of your balloon as you want to play around with some of this stuff. This one, I'm going to make it 2 points, so that's really thick. And this one I'm going to leave. I don't want these two lines, so I'm going to delete, delete. And I'm actually going to make a couple more copies, holding Option. There's one. Option, there's another. Now we're going to use our super sweet paint bucket tool. So our live paint bucket lives underneath the shape builder tool. So if you hold on shape builder, this side menu will come up and we can select live paint bucket. You're going to want to have your swatches window open. Oh, and I need to resize mine because I can't see it. There's my swatches window. There's an IKEA email, whatever. So there we go. I'm going to get my swatches menu down here at the bottom of this. And I have my color menu open too, which is nice. You may also want your color guide menu open. Where are you? Well, we'll just start with color and swatches. Okay, so if I choose a color, say I choose a color that I really like. I love green. I love green. There's a lot of really intelligent color theory, which we'll learn a little bit about color theory eventually. But for now, I'm going to choose green. I really need my color guide window. I'm going to pause this and I'll start again in a minute.